Drop a like and sub in the next 5 seconds.
Will you shut up?
Alright, yeah, I agree guys, the 5-second thing probably needs to be vaulted at this point, so I'm just going to tell you guys I give subscribers every single day. So if you want to be gifted the Season 3 Battle Pass, as you guys see here, make sure you guys are subscribed, notifications on, you've dropped a like, and you've left your Epic ID in the comments below. But getting straight into the news, Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite, dropped some massive news today on the future of Fortnite, mostly having to do with how the release of the new game consoles of the PlayStation 5 or the PS5 and the new Xbox Series X are gonna go, because we don't know these new consoles are going to be released later on this year, so it's gonna come up on us quick. They even showed actual PS5 gameplay on the release live stream, which is the first footage of PS5 gameplay anybody in the world has seen. The only thing that we've seen anything related to the PS5 is the controller and the logo so far, so this is some really big stuff. We see some Fortnite footage and also another game I'm not sure the name of, but the graphics look absolutely insane. This new engine they're going to be using for the game looks awesome. I can't even imagine like what kind of stuff they're going to be able to do. I'm thinking PlayStation allowed Epic Games to show this first because Fortnite is like the biggest game on PlayStation right now, and they know how Fortnite plays on the new consoles will be a huge impact on like who decides to get the new consoles, and you know, if they're going to buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. So I think they're really trying to get like ahead of the competition with the Xbox. And if you guys have seen, they release like PlayStation Plus packs all the time and all that stuff, so they have a relationship there. But yeah guys, I wouldn't worry if you're not getting the new consoles right away, because Epic Games and Fortnite have always done a great job of being super inclusive of every platform, as you guys know, including everything from like the Nintendo Switch all the way to the best possible PC you could buy. So basically, just because you might still be on the PS4 and the PS5 comes out probably means you won't really miss out on too much. And to address this right away, they made a post on their website. So the post says Fortnite is headed to next gen consoles by the Fortnite team. Today we're excited to confirm that Fortnite will be headed to the next generation consoles at launch. This is the same Fortnite you know and love, ready to take full advantage of the newest consoles. We'll be sharing more specific details in the coming months as we get closer to launch. Before then, here are some answers to a few questions you might have. How will Fortnite take advantage of next gen console hardware? While we can't share specifics at the moment, more powerful hardware will allow us to improve performance and visuals. At launch, the version of Fortnite we release on next gen consoles will be built with Unreal Engine 4, and they will migrate Fortnite to Unreal Engine 5 in mid-2021. So basically we're seeing some 2021 gameplay here then. Next question, does my Fortnite account progression and items I've purchased carry over? And they said we plan to support cross progression across console generations and platforms so that your account progression and items will carry over. Next question, will Fortnite support crossplay on next gen consoles? And they said we intend to support crossplay across all platforms, including current and next generation consoles, which that's a really big one too. And last question, will Fortnite continue to support current game platforms? And they said yes, we plan to continue support for existing platforms in tandem with our support for next generation consoles. So basically everything's looking real good for Fortnite, guys. There's only like good to come from this, which is really exciting. But yeah guys, now I'm gonna get you guys right into the trailer. Sorry for talking so much. Last thing I want to say is that we are one off the big 100,000 subscribers. So if you could be my 100,000 subscriber, I'd appreciate it a ton. And if you want to go the extra mile and have double the chance of being gifted, then use code DOOM in the Fortnite item shop. Alright guys, I'm gonna play the trailer now, and pay close attention because you do not want to miss anything.
Hello, I'm Brian Karras, Technical Director of Graphics here at Epic Games.
Hi, I'm Jerome Plateau, Art Director of the Special Project.
A few years ago, we got together as a team and brainstormed where we thought we could push forward the state-of-the-art in real-time graphics. There were two key areas that stood out. The first, dynamic global illumination. Beautiful bounce lighting, instantaneously.
I don't have to be constrained to do a game where the world has to be static, and I'm able to iterate a lot faster.
And we call this new system Lumen. And we're about to show you what it is capable of. But first, there was another area that we thought we could push forward. Truly virtualized geometry. The artist wouldn't have to be concerned over poly counts, draw calls, or memory. We could directly use film quality assets and bring them straight into the engine.
And that's a big deal for artists. I just want to be able to import my ZBrush model, my photogrammetry scan, my CAD data without wasting any time optimizing, creating LODs, or even lowering the quality to make it hit frame rate.
In the end, that's what it's all about. Art that just works. And we call this new technology Nanite. Here is the future of Unreal Engine running live on a PlayStation 5.
Awesome, let's take a look at it.
This has to be the right way.
Before we continue, let's stop a moment and take a look at some of the key features of this demo. Much of what you see was built with Quixel Megascan assets, but instead of using the game versions, we used the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film. There are around 1 million triangles each, and thanks to virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well. Nanite can render an insane number of triangles very quickly. There are over 1 billion triangles of source geometry in each frame that Nanite crunches down losslessly to around 20 million drawn triangles. What does that many triangles look like? This isn't noise. These are the triangles, each a different color. Most are so small that they look like noise. Nanite achieves detail down to the pixel, which means triangles are often the size of pixels. This amount of geometric detail requires shadows to be pixel accurate as well, and Nanite can do that too. Speaking of lighting, all of the lighting in this demo is completely dynamic, with the power of Lumen that even includes multi-bounce global illumination. No light maps, no baking here. Without GI, all of that beautiful lighting is gone. With Lumen enabled, we can move the light and the bounce changes instantly. Okay, let's keep going. We've made some great additions to our audio system as well. Convolution Reverb allows us to measure reverberation characteristics of real spaces, like actual caves that we sampled, and reproduce them in virtual spaces. Sound field rendering allows us to record and playback spatialized audio. All of this adds up to a more immersive experience. This swarm of bats was created with our Niagara effects system. Particles in Niagara can now talk to one another and understand their environment like never before. We've also added a ton of new functionality to run fluid simulations like you see in the water below. The demo runs on our chaos physics system. Here we are using it to accurately simulate the rigid bodies of the falling rocks and the cloth of her scarf. Now that the environment is so complex, we've needed to greatly improve our animation systems to adapt. We've added predictive foot placement and motion warping, which dynamically modifies IK and body position to look more natural. For the character to more realistically interact with the environment, we've added the ability to trigger seamless contextual animation events, like her hand on the door.
Sounds promising.
Dynamic GI is amazing, not just for speeding up iteration, but also for its impact on gameplay.
Nice.
Any light source can move while
It
still
might
having
be.
beautiful bounce lighting. Dynamic illumination means specular as well, which you can see on all the metal surfaces. You can even see the Niagara-powered bugs reacting to the light. Lumen not only reacts to moving light sources, but also changes in geometry. Remember we mentioned high poly assets? This statue was imported directly from ZBrush and is more than 33 million triangles. No baking of normal maps, no authored LODs. And we can do more than a single statue. There are nearly 500 of that exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room for a total of over 16 billion triangles from statues alone. Over this entire demo, there are hundreds of billions of triangles. So with Nanite, you have limitless geometry, and with Lumen, you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination, all running on a PlayStation 5.
There's not much time left.
And this doesn't need to be constrained to small rooms. It can stretch all the way to the horizon.
The portal, it's open. Don't fail me now.
Time to see what's next.
Alright guys, so as you can see, that was pretty darn sick. I'm excited for what Fortnite has in the future. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Also guys, if you did not see in my last video, I actually am starting to do giveaways on Instagram too. It's just at Coldside if you guys want to go check that out. I usually wait till the end to promote those giveaways because I want all the loyal people to have the best chance possible to win those. So sometimes I'll just throw codes up on my story, or if you guys have a better way of doing it, you can always give me some suggestions. I'm open to anything. I think I'm gonna actually start posting some of this stuff on Instagram too. So if you do follow me over there and want to support the posts on there, I think leaving a lot of comments is like the best way to help on there for whatever reason. So yeah, but you guys probably, as you're watching this too, know that location domination challenges are gonna be coming out, I think right as I'm recording this too. So I'll probably have a video tomorrow for more leveling up strategies and stuff like that. So yeah, be on the lookout for that video. And also just one last reminder to use code DOOM in the item shop if you haven't. I would appreciate it a lot. I'm trying to get to 1,000 supporters. So if you're on the game right now, or maybe you're getting on the game in just a bit, please do me a favor and just throw in code DOOM, D-O-O-M, in the item shop. Alright guys, thanks for supporting the videos, and I will see you guys soon with another one. Alright, peace out. Oh, we've got so many mats, dude. There's no way there's a lot of mats.